Did you know? Iceland is home to the largest puffin colonies on the planet, with an incredible estimated 60% of the world's Atlantic puffin population nesting there. You can spot millions of these adorable birds during the summer months. The USS Alabama docked in Mobile earned 9 battle stars during World War II, never losing a single sailor to enemy fire. It's a true American hero that saw action across both the Atlantic and Pacific theaters. Snow leopards are apex predators, uniquely adapted to high-altitude mountain environments, often found at elevations over 3,000 meters in Central Asia. Their massive paws act like natural snowshoes, helping them move silently across treacherous terrain. Ancient Egyptians were pioneers in timekeeping, developing one of the world's first 365-day calendars over 5,000 years ago. Their system influenced later Roman and modern calendars. That iconic glazed donut Krispy Kreme started in Winston-Salem, North Carolina back in 1937 when founder Vernon Rudolph bought a secret yeast-raised donut recipe from a French chef. Its first sales were to local grocery stores. The crossbow, a powerful hunting weapon, was so devastating in medieval Europe that it was actually banned by the Second Lateran Council in 1139. They considered it too deadly for use against fellow Christians, making it an early form of weapons regulation. Australia is home to the world's longest fence, stretching over 500-600 kilometers. Known as the dingofence, it was built to keep dingoes out of fertile sheep grazing areas in the southeast. Cuba's got a shocking record in Olympic boxing, consistently ranking among the top nations despite its size. They've earned over 70 Olympic medals in the sport, including many golds, proving their dominance in the ring. The first speeding ticket was issued way back in 1896 for a driver going 8 mph. Walter Arnold was busted doing 4 times the speed limit in Paddockwood, England. We often think of global social media, but China has its own massive distinct social platforms like WeChat and Weibo. WeChat alone boasts over 1 billion monthly active users, acting as an all-in-one super app for almost everything. Both men and women in ancient Egypt regularly wore makeup, especially thick black kohl eyeliner. They believed it offered protection from eye infections and the intense sun, not just beauty. You've got to see the Natural Bridge of Alabama near Haleyville, a stunning sandstone arch that spans 108 feet. It's actually the longest natural bridge formation east of the Rocky Mountains. In parts of Alaska, it's legal to hunt muskox, a shaggy bovine-like Arctic mammal, for subsistence and sport. These ancient creatures, related more closely to goats and sheep, can weigh over 800 pounds. In some parts of the world, like Australia, dingoes are still legally hunted to protect livestock, though regulations vary by state. They're considered a pest species, and farmers can get permits for culling them. The atlatl, a spear thrower used for hunting since the Upper Paleolithic era, allowed hunters to propel spears much faster and farther than by hand. It effectively extends the arm, giving the user more leverage. Before firearms, some indigenous cultures used a technique called a buffalo jump, stampeding herds of bison off cliffs. The head smashed in buffalo jump in Alberta, Canada, was used for over 6,000 years, providing massive amounts of food. No joke, Icelandic horses have an extra gait called the tolt, which is incredibly smooth and allows riders to stay comfortable at high speeds. It's so unique that other horse breeds don't naturally possess this special 5-gated quality. Though Everest is taller above sea level, Ecuador's Mount Chimborazo wins closest to space due to Earth's equatorial bulge. Its summit is over 6 to 6.8 meters further from the center than Everest, truly sitting at our planet's widest point. Thanks to abundant geothermal energy, Iceland uses volcanic heat to power greenhouses, allowing them to grow fresh produce like tomatoes, cucumbers, and even bananas year-round. Imagine eating a homegrown Icelandic banana. DUS. Space and Rocket Center in Huntsville is seriously unique, letting visitors train on actual Russian Soyuz hardware. It's the only place outside of Russia where you can experience authentic cosmonaut training simulators. If you're looking for a literally underground dining experience, check out the Rattlesnake Saloon near Tuscumbia, Alabama. It's built inside a natural rock cave, and you need to take a hayride down to it, especially cool for live music nights. Falconry. The ancient art of hunting with trained raptors dates back at least 4,000 years, originating in Mesopotamia. Genghis Khan himself reportedly had over 1,000 trained falcons and was a huge enthusiast for the sport. At Ivy Green, Helen Keller's childhood home in Tuscumbia, Alabama, is where she famously learned her first word. Her teacher, Anne Sullivan, spelled water into her hand at the pump, changing her life on May 3, 887. Before the Aswan High Dam was completed in 1970, the Nile River would naturally flood parts of Egypt every year, depositing fertile silt. This annual flooding was essential for ancient agriculture. You won't find traditional family names in Iceland as their patronymic or matronymic system. Means surnames are based on a parent's first name. That's why the Icelandic phone book is sorted alphabetically by first name. A surprising number of Icelanders genuinely believe in Huldufolk or hidden people like elves, and they'll adjust road construction to avoid disturbing their homes. Back in 2013, an elf petition even halted a new road project for a time. Ancient Egyptians paid their workers in bread and beer, making these staple items a form of early currency. Workers at the Giza pyramids reportedly received 3 loaves of bread daily. The legendary Library of Alexandria aimed to collect copies of every single book in the known world. At its peak, it was estimated to contain between 4,000 and 4,000 ancient scrolls. Moundville, Alabama was actually North America's second largest city north of Mexico around 1250 AD. Its complex society housed thousands, rivaling what you'd see in medieval Europe. Winston-Salem's unique Moravian heritage means the town lights up with hundreds of distinct 26-point Moravian stars during the holiday season. These beautiful, intricate symbols originated in German Moravian settlements in the 18th century. Michigan has a unique hunting season for swans, specifically mute swans, to manage their non-native invasive populations. Hunters can get permits for this specific bird, a practice uncommon in most other states. Domestic cats are incredibly efficient hunters, even when well fed, and are responsible for killing billions of birds and small mammals annually worldwide. One study in the UK found a single cat brought home over 1,000 prey items in just a year. That sweet carbonated drink, Pepsi-Cola, was first concocted by pharmacist Caleb Bradham in his New Bern drugstore in 1893. He originally called it Brad's Drink, before rebranding it for its digestive enzyme pepsin. The Pittman-Robertson Act of 1937 established an excise tax on firearms, ammunition, and archery equipment to fund wildlife conservation in the U.S. This tax, paid by hunters, has generated billions for wildlife management and habitat restoration. High Point, NC hosts the largest home furnishings trade show in the world twice a year, covering 11.5 million square feet of showroom space. If you're looking for new furniture trends, this is where it all begins. North Carolina established its first state park, Mount Pisgah State Park, way back in 1909, preserving crucial forest lands. This early conservation effort paved the way for the extensive state park system the state enjoys today. Enterprise, Alabama actually built a monument to the boll weevil, the pest that destroyed cotton crops. Farmers were forced to diversify, making them more prosperous, and leading to this weird 1919 tribute. Killing a cat even accidentally was once a capital offense in ancient Egypt, punishable by death. People were expected to save their feline companions from a burning house before they saved themselves or their belongings. You might not expect it, but Mount Mitchell in western North Carolina stands as the highest peak in the entire eastern United States, topping out at 6,684 feet. Its summit offers incredible views of the Black Mountains. Greene County, Alabama, specifically, the city of Utah, holds the title of Catfish Capital of the World. This region is a major hub for catfish farming, supplying tons of delicious farm-raised fish nationwide every year. The Roanoke Island colonists left behind a single word, Croatoan, carved into a tree or post, and its meaning remains one of America's oldest unsolved mysteries. Their vanished settlement is still a historical head-scratcher. Every Christmas Eve, Icelanders participate in Jólaboka Flow, the Christmas book flood, where they exchange books and spend the evening reading. This tradition has fostered an incredibly strong literary culture, with more books published per capita than almost anywhere else. Ancient Egyptians venerated crocodiles, especially Sobek, the crocodile god of fertility in the Nile. They even kept sacred crocodiles in temples adorned with jewels at places like Crocodilopolis. Birmingham, Alabama hosts Vulcan, the largest cast iron statue in the world, symbolizing the city's industrial roots. He famously holds a spear, though for a period he amusingly held a pickle jar as an advertisement. Cairo is home to Africa's very first subway system, which started operating back in 1987. The Cairo Metro carries millions of passengers every day across its busy lines. If you enjoyed these, subscribe for daily facts, and catch the shorts too.